Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Why Do They Miss You spread. This is a new spread for March 2020 for Libra. If this does resonate with you and you'd like your own personal custom reading, please click the link in the description box down below that says book your own personal custom reading. Also, guys, I just want to leave a shout out. I have a sale going on, 10-minute reading for $10 if you're interested in that. I'm going to be raising my prices, so make sure you get it while it's hot. All right, so the first question that we're going to be asking is, how do they feel about you? So this part is basically like when you're asking yourself, like, do they miss me? Do they care about me? When, either they've ghosted you or you left a situation, vice versa, and you're just wondering about the person and what's happening with it. So, how do they feel about you? Hopefully, you're having a good day, night, evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. And let's get it popping. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Well, they feel like there's a lot of confusion going on here. There's a lot of cups coming at them, and there's a lot of options, and they're not too sure about the situation here. And so there's like just a lot happening. And they're very, very confused with their emotions being presented to them. And cups represents, love, and it represents empathy, and it represents just a whole lot of goodness when it's pertaining to, the whole love aspect of things. But they're really confused when they're looking at their cups of love, and they're not really sure, like, everything isn't what it seems, and they're just really confused about the situation. So how do they feel about you? They feel that they are unable to come to a consensus, like a collective type of feeling about you, because they're just like really weighing things back and forth in their mind and everything, and they're just like, I feel this way, but I also feel this way, and I don't know how to feel that way, and so they're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating on that. So how else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? Well, they feel like they're happy with you. You give them emotional happiness. Cups here, again, like I said, give them love and empathy and romantic, goodness. But they're very confused about everything. But you make them feel happy, but at the same time, they're unsure of their feelings. And so they feel happiness one time or one day, and then probably the next day they're feeling a little upset. But this is the main central theme. And how else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? They feel like they, don't want to accept the cup of love that is being offered to them. So perhaps maybe somebody else is trying to offer a cup of love to them, and they're unsure about the cup of love because they're really stuck in thought and feelings about other cups of love, about how they felt about you, what was going on with you in the situation. And they have these other cups of love here as well, as you can see, and they're just all rejecting it. This could also be representing of missed opportunity. So for instance, you have a crush, and then you go up to them and you're like, hey, you want a date? And then they reject you, and then later on they come back and they're like, hey, you want a date? And then you reject them. But coming back to the question, how do they feel about you? I feel like either you're rejecting them, or they're rejecting other people, something along those lines. But how do they feel about you? I feel like I feel like their emotions get rejected, and that's why they're confused. But they're happy that you're around and everything, but they're very, very confused about the situation as a whole. So what are the blockages between you and them? 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 The Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is representing of a contract of some sort, marriage of some sort between you and another individual, or them and another individual. It seems like it is an official contract, and it seems to be a blockage. So maybe you guys were in a relationship, and then you guys went apart, and then somebody got married, and there's a blockage of a marriage in between you two because obviously you're not able to be with each other, and so the blockage would be the marriage, or somebody got married, or some type of marriage happening. What else are the blockages? What else are the blockages? What else are the blockages? We have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is representing, Knights represent somebody that's a little bit older, has a little bit more maturity under their belt. Knights also represent movement towards something here. Cups represent water sign energies such as Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Cups also represent love, empathy, and passion and wonderfulness. And what does this card mean as a whole? This card means as a whole is that somebody is moving towards you and offering a cup of love. And so coming back to the question here, what are the blockages between you and them? I feel like the blockages between you and them is that there's somebody in between you, perhaps maybe a water sign that's blocking you because somebody's like offering a cup of love, and or it seems like love, movement towards love is a blockage between you two. But regardless of that, this is the main central theme. And what else are the blockages between you two? What else are the blockages between you two? What else are the blockages between you two? It seems like somebody's waiting for their ships to sail in and they're waiting for a new opportunity. They look like they're already kind of chose a decision or they're making a decision here, but they have other decisions behind them that they can definitely make that they haven't made yet. And so they're trying to make the best decision. And coming back to the question, what is the blockage between you and this individual? It seems like the blockage is that other opportunities on the horizon and they're waiting for that opportunity. I feel like the choices that they have made or the choices that they're going towards is blocking, each other from each other because there is the Hierophant, which is representing of a contract of some sort. So somebody I feel like got married, and maybe there's a water sign that has gotten and interacting with this individual here. And then there's opportunity. So somebody has an opportunity to go towards something here, and it's a blockage because they're not thinking about the other individual. So I feel like it's a lot of self-centeredness to a certain extent. So do they miss you? Or do they want you back in their life is rather the question. Do they want you back in their life? 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 I feel like they're trying to figure out if they want to stand up and fight or walk away from the situation, so they're contemplating how they feel about it. Swords represent a lot of thinking and contemplating overall. And we have the clouds here. They're looking kind of like hazy and crazy. That is representing of somebody doing a lot of thinking, and there's a lot of confusion going on as a whole. So do they want you back in their life? I feel like they're contemplating that. Do they want you back in their life? 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 They're feeling really burdened and they're carrying around a lot of burden. They're walking away quite defeated in the situation. They have a lot of, energies and passions towards this whole situation, but they're just walking away feeling really upset. And do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life is the question here. And I feel like they are feeling quite burdened about the situation and they have a lot on their mind that they're carrying around. And this is the main central theme of that. And do they want you back in their life? 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 I feel like they want an equal take when it is pertaining to emotions here with you and this individual. I feel like they felt like there's some type of emotional imbalance between you and this person. And so they wanted to have some type of, equal give and take pertaining to the situation so that they could feel happy and want you back into their life. So if they have you back into their life, they want to give and take, but that's what they prefer. That's what they want. And do they miss you? The big grand question is, do they miss you? 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 This could be representing of a couple things here, but this is the main central, this is not the main central theme, but this is the main kind of thing of either they feel that they are better off without you and or maybe you are better off without them. But regardless of how you take that, this card is representing of somebody that's single and happy and is able to be, free and financially take care of themselves. And they're not really worried about anybody but themselves because they got everything on lock. They got everything that they need. And so coming back to the question, do they miss you? I feel like either they don't miss you and they're okay on their own, or they feel like they're, you're doing really well and they miss you because, they feel like you're this type of person, you don't need them. Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? We have the Ace of Wands. Aces represent somebody offering things always. Wands represents fire signs energy such as Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Wands also represent, fiery love and passion, sexual drive. And coming back to the question here is, do they miss you? They want to give you an offering. They want to give you an offering of some type of sexual drive, some type of sexual or passionate type of offering here. So it makes me come back to this thing right here. It makes me think that they think that you're better off without them, and they want to offer you a good time. They want to offer you this type of sexual type of thing. Do they miss you? Definitely, because they miss maybe the sex that you guys had together. And this is the main central theme of that. Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Yes, 100% yes. They miss you because they want to exchange cups with you. They want to love you. They want to show you that they care. Cups represent, emotion, love, and empathy, and they want you back. They feel like they're upset about it. They feel like you're okay on your own, and they're not okay with that. And they want to give you back that sexual type of drive that you guys had at one point or another. So let's get some advice. What is some advice? What is some advice? What is some advice? Thank you. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So basically what this is saying is that this is a relationship that is not worth your time. And it looks like there's a lot of weighing feelings back and forth. And it seems like they're already in a relationship because there's a contract of some sort. So you need to move on and have a new beginning with somebody else, or a new beginning with yourself, and be okay by yourself at this moment in time. And, just live your dreams passionately and do it with your whole heart. So with that being said, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to see more videos like this one, hit the video, hit these things over here that YouTube has suggested, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to hit that notification bell to see when I upload every video every week. Yeah, I botched this ending, but take care. Love you. Bye.